Hello, boils and ghouls. Welcome to episode 202 of Dads from the Crypts. Tonight, I'm joined by Mondo.
Hey.
I
brought my energy was way higher than yours there. Can you come back with a little bit higher energy, please?
No, I cannot.
God damn it, Jason.
I'm still in a state of shock, actually, because we just found out that my other co-host, his name is Joseph.
I mean, technically, yes, on government documents, yes.
Literally, right before the show, he drops this bomb on us, and I'm kind of reeling. We've been doing this for 4 years.
I mean, if you ever need to look me up in a database, I guess that's useful. But
I mean, my real name's Armando.
That's true.
Oh, that may I see the jump between Armando, Mondo, Joseph, and
I never thought about it much until my daughter was coming to me to jiu-jitsu, and they're like, "Who's your dad?" And they're like, "Armando," and they're like, "Who the fuck is that?" Because I go by Mondo. I only go by Armando at work.
Yeah, it's the official name.
But my child, I go by Dad, so they never they see my name written as Armando, but they just call me Dad, so they wouldn't know any different.
My kids just say, "Hey, you."
Well, I don't know how they got from Joseph to Jody, except that my great grandpa was named Joe and he went by Jody some.
Oh.
So I do know that during World War II, Jody was the name of the person who was back home getting with your girl while you were sent overseas. That's the name the soldiers were all like, damn Jody back there banging my girl. So I don't know. I don't know if it came from that or not.
We got Mr. Steal Your Girl over here.
That's exactly what it meant.
Look out. Mr. Youth Pastor stealing your girl. I don't know how to transition to this, but we have an amazing guest. Her name is Natalie.
Hello. So happy to be back.
Good to have you
back. You were on our Demon Knight review way back in the day.
Right.
Way back. Things have gotten significantly fancier since then. So you guys have really moved up in the world.
Have we?
Definitely.
I feel like
our graphics have improved.
Yeah.
We moved from one of those beat up tin trash cans. Now we have the one that's provided by the waste management company.
Yeah.
Pretty soon we'll be a full on dumpster. We're working on it.
It's like everything else. That dumpster will be on fire.
Yeah,
2025.
Yes. Should I get demonetized now, or should I wait till later in the episode?
I mean, it doesn't matter. The algorithm's going to demonetize us anytime. So
I'm just kidding. We'll get to it.
We'll get there eventually. Just let it happen organically.
Anyways, Hot Sauce Summer continues. We're going to go through the end of the month, and we are Hot Jaw Summer.
It's like Saw.
I was listening to Dead Meat earlier today, and they're doing the Hot Sauce Summer.
It's like I haven't watched any of these this month.
With Deep Blue Sea. And again, we're all kind of 90s kids to a degree. And Natalie, you're definitely you wear your 90s love on your sleeve. So I'm glad you could join us for this.
I do, yes. This movie came out the year I graduated from high school. So.
Yeah, me too.
I thought Jason graduated in 89. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Well, that's when I finally earned my degree, was in 99.
There you go. Took him a while.
Jason was the senior in high school. We all had that one senior that's a little bit older than everybody else that would buy their kids cigarettes and stuff like that. Jason was teaching kids how to do their taxes and how to balance their checkbook,
renting cars for them.
How to rent a car.
I was gonna say, I don't know how to balance my checkbook or do my taxes really. So, especially in 99, I went now I can use the software, but back then. Anyways, we're talking Deep Blue Sea. Amazing movie. Great movie. We'll get into it. It came out July 28th. So actually it's just hit 26 years.
Jason obviously was not helping people balance their checkbook. I take that back.
Definitely.
People were overdrafting like motherfuckers.
1999, yada yada yada. Jody, tell me what this movie's about.
All right. So there is a remote underwater facility out in the middle of the ocean where Dr. Susan McAllister and Dr. Jim Whitlock are conducting research on mako sharks to help reactivate the dormant part of their brain or human brains and Alzheimer's. So they're taking shark brain juice and it's curing Alzheimer's, or what they're attempting to cure Alzheimer's.
Brain juice.
Yeah, brain juice. Blood-sucking freaks not that long ago. It's all coming back around.
Yeah, there we go.
All right. So
That was a good movie.
Let's not go back there yet. I'll have to bring up Nothing But Trouble if we start that. All right. So one of the sharks escapes and attempts to attack some young people. And so they send out a shark wrangler named Russell Franklin. Or no, sorry. I'm getting people mixed up.
Carter.
There are too many characters in this movie. Okay. Jim Whitlock that I mentioned earlier. He is a doctor, yes? Yes. He is a doctor.
He's
Susan is a doctor. Russell Franklin is Samuel L. Jackson. He's the bigwig who comes down to investigate after shark gets loose.
He's a motherfucker.
So thank you. So Susan and Jim are showing them that the research is working by they get their biggest shark and they make an extraction from its brain and it works. It starts actually rebuilding brain tissue for the human brain that they have. Just drizzle it on there and it just starts reactivating brain.
With electricity.
Yeah. But in the process, Jim, the doctor, gets his arm bitten off by the shark. And so they immediately call for help. A helicopter comes, they load him up on a gurney and strap him to the helicopter to be pulled up by a winch. There's a huge storm going on. Every part of this goes badly. The winch lets go. He drops down in the ocean. A shark grabs him on the gurney and starts pulling the helicopter around, destroys the entire upper level of everything, including the control tower. And so we spend the rest of our movie inside this thing, trapped. And we find out something important about the sharks. They weren't producing enough brain juice. And so they genetically modified the sharks to have bigger brains and accidentally made them smart. And so now they're a bunch of smart sharks who can use logic and swim backwards.
Balance your checkbook.
That's right. At one point, the sharks see a gun and turn around. Well, the sharks don't turn around and run when they see a gun. They just back up, which is something physically sharks cannot do. But they can now because their brains are so big. So after all that destruction, they're down inside the control room and they see something off in the distance. And it is a shark carrying the man on the gurney. He was still alive because he's hooked up to oxygen. And the shark tosses the gurney at the window, leaving cracks in the window and then busting it down. So at this point, okay, let me think characters here. We have Susan. We have shark wrangler named Carter. A guy named Franklin. Is Franklin Michael Rappaport?
No,
Franklin
that's
Samuel Jackson.
Yeah.
Scoggins.
Samuel Jackson is Franklin. I can't remember who anyone is.
Honestly, I mean,
Jody.
I wouldn't be too upset if we just called them by the actor's name.
Yes.
That would probably make it easier for me. Okay.
Yeah, to Jody, all people from New York just look the same. It's fine.
Yeah.
Hey, there are enough big personalities in this movie that they overshadow the smaller characters.
Yeah,
there's a female scientist there too. She's just kind of there until she gets eaten. Yeah. There's Michael Rappaport there, and my kids kept saying like, "Oh, this character is annoying," and I said they can't help it. He's played by Michael Rappaport, so it's just part of the package.
You know, he was really good though in Higher Learning. That was my first, but that was like his only high. I don't even know if highbrow role is the right term, but that's like when he wasn't kind of hamming it up.
Yeah. But anyway, so they're all down in there. They're trying to get up to the surface so they can get out. Meanwhile, the sharks are swimming through the halls, busting down doors by banging into them, busting through windows whenever they can.
Turning on the
And what was that?
Turning on ovens.
Turning
We haven't
on
got to that
ovens.
character yet.
Yeah, because we have another character who's having a different movie from everyone else. He's off on his own. LL Cool J is playing a man named Preacher Sherman. Dudley is his real name, but Preacher is the character name. And Preacher is fighting off sharks all on his own while making like comments. He climbs into an oven, and the shark turns the oven on, and he busts through one oven into the other oven and escapes. But yeah, so he's doing his thing. You got a group of like 5 survivors trying to figure out how to get out. They go to the submersible. Submersible is wrecked because when all of the explosions started happening, this whole facility, the facility is apparently built on very like thin poles that go all the way down to the ocean surface. And if you bang on them enough, the whole facility is going to fall down.
This is a very poorly built
It's
built facility,
to say the least.
Yeah. But that's broken, and everyone's getting near the point of giving up. There's an elevator shaft they can climb up, but everyone's falling apart. And that's when Samuel L. Jackson steps up, and he says, "We're going to work together. We're going to survive this thing. We're going to get." Well, actually, first he starts off saying, "Water's bad, but have you heard of snow?" Because he was in an avalanche once. But I mean, great. Totally useful information right now.
Because ice has a mind of its own.
Ice has a mind of its own.
Solid water moves faster than liquid water in his mind.
That's right, it does. But anyway, he's giving his inspirational speech, and he's like, "And we're gonna do it." And at that point, a big old shark jumps out of the hole behind him, grabs him, and snatches him down in the hole, and rips him into pieces. Just cinema at its finest.
Yeah.
So they decide, hey, we shouldn't go out that hole. There's sharks in it. And so we're going to climb up the elevator shaft. When we do that, it's going to destabilize everything, though. And everything's pressurized down here. So water is constantly shooting out at high pressure in various places when things start breaking. So they open up the elevator shaft. Water starts flooding in everywhere. They start climbing up. And the ladder is shaking and breaking. Carter's trying to save them by opening up another door to like relieve the pressure, but that doesn't work. There's an echo happening somewhere. The second joke.
Just a little glitch. Yeah.
And so the water keeps rising up higher and higher, chasing after them. And the shark manages to get the other biologist whose name I can't remember as she's trying to cross over the like it turns into like a catwalk kind of thing. So then Preacher finally finds them. They all reunite, and they are going to go into a decompression chamber and swim to the surface, but they have to let the place fill up with water first. And so they do all that. We're down to just 3 people here. Michael Rappaport got eaten at some point. You knew it was going to happen. But they all get to the surface. The scientist, the shark wrangler, and Preacher. And immediately Preacher is grabbed by a shark, yanked underwater. But he's fine. He stabs the shark in the eye with a crucifix. Doesn't even limp for the rest of the movie. He's doing great. And they realized the smart sharks were actually smarter than they thought, because the sharks have been trying to intentionally raise the water level up, because the top of the fence, or the bottom of the fence, is titanium. The top is something they can bust through. And so they've been raising the water level intentionally, because remember, smart sharks. And so to prevent the shark from escaping into the open sea, Susan cuts her hands and jumps into the water, sacrificing herself by distracting them. I mean, if the blood is what attracted them, why couldn't she have stood where she was and just dripped some down in there?
Well, I would argue, and we can get into this, but it's because she is the actual villain of the movie.
Oh, yeah, no.
Oh, yeah.
An example of the road to hell is paved with good intentions, I think, is her character. Preacher shoots the shark with a harpoon, but also manages to stab Carter. So the shark's making a run for it. The harpoon is attached to some metal wire that Preacher sends to a electric current there, and the shark immediately blows up, like huge explosion. And then the dumbest moment of the movie, Carter just swims up after that, even
That
though he
pissed me
was
off.
attached to the harpoon.
Fucking
No.
pissed me
Okay.
off.
Okay. What happened was because the
No.
shark is going through the fence,
Okay.
and Carter grabs onto the fence and he tears himself from the harpoon. That's how he did that.
Still,
I thought you just made that up. I
still,
don't
he
think
was
that actually
pinned
was
to that
happened.
shark. He was pinned to the shark, and the shark
I know.
exploded.
I'm saying in the
when
logic
he's-
of this movie, which the logic is a very loose word, he grabbed onto the fencing and that was able to detach himself from the shark.
Did you make that up, or is that actually in the movie?
That's actually there's a shot you'll see where he's grabbing onto it.
Very brief.
Okay.
Very brief. It doesn't make much sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
But anyway, in the end, Carter and Preacher are the only ones left, and they sit up on top of the ruins of the facility and see a boat off in the distance coming to their rescue. The end.
Wait. And
then the rap song begins.
The rap song with possibly the oddest lyrics. Several times I stopped watching the movie. I had to turn like, what the fuck did he just say? I think he said he wanted a shark at some point.
We can get into the song now or later, but it's a whole thing.
Well,
Yeah,
okay, Natalie.
Natalie, someone told me that you have to watch a music video for the song. I've never seen a music video, but apparently it's LL Cool J morphing into a shark.
Morphing into a shark, yes.
Yeah, also synchronized swimmers. So
It's amazing with 1990s morphing technology too. So you know it's good.
Yeah.
All right, Natalie, you're our guest. You can talk as much as you want about your hat being like a shark fan.
Well, it's funny because when Jason asked me to be on this episode, I thought, and I asked him, I was like, is this because every single time someone brings up Deep Blue Sea in the Slack community that we belong to, I will post the LL Cool J video. And he said no, that he's actually forgotten about that. So
I'm sure
I
some
think
subconscious connection.
Yeah, it was in the back of your mind somewhere for sure. So I will preface this by saying that not only did I rewatch the movie, but I also re-listened to the How Did This Get Made episode.
Nice.
Nice.
And which I almost finished. I had like 15 minutes left or something, but so I'm going to be pulling a lot of information from that as well, because they had some good stuff on there. So yes, first of all, I mean, Saffron Burrows, what is her character's name? Susan?
Yes.
Susan McAllister.
Like the whole movie is her fault.
Yeah.
It's her fault. Well, not her fault alone, but it's their fault that they made the shark's brains too big. And then she's the one who released the giant shark after it had bitten Stellan Skarsgård's arm off. And then she kept trying to prioritize saving this stuff, which it's like, okay, fine, you had one test result turn out well. Like, that doesn't even mean it's actually going to work. And you're willing to sacrifice all of these people.
I forgot about her big confrontation with the shark scene.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, she's trapped in a room with a shark and decides to electrocute it. And so she takes off her wetsuit, I guess, to provide like a rubber barrier between her and the ground. But mainly it's to show her in her underwear for an extended scene. And then she electrocutes the shark and accidentally fries all of her test samples in the process.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, exactly.
I also want to say, though, I think the makers of that helicopter winch bear some responsibility because it had dropped. Not like
That is a good
gurney.
point.
It's not like a huge amount of weight. I mean, you would think it's something they could handle.
I mean,
Yeah.
the winch was straining like they were lifting like multiple tons of like a concrete. It was just one man on a stretcher.
I forgot that's what I thought the shark jumped up and grabbed it, which would
Me
make more
too.
sense.
That's
Yeah, me
what I
too.
thought.
Because the whole movie's predicated on this winch failing at this exact moment.
Yeah. No, but I thought that too, because when I started rewatching it, I was like, I had completely forgotten about the Stellan Skarsgård stuff. So as soon as it started happening, I'm like, oh, I hope a shark jumps up and like
snatches him.
But I mean, it wasn't that, but it was still pretty great. I mean, it was like, how fucking bad can this get?
I mean, I think that is probably the most terrifying, like, if you think about it, being like stuck on a gurney in the middle of the
Oh,
ocean, tied to it
yeah.
with just like a small breathing apparatus and just swimming, like sinking around these sharks. Sounds
Yeah.
absolutely
And
terrifying.
your only hope for survival is LL Cool J.
Oh, yes. And
I'm not saying that he's a bad dude.
He does
I'm
kill
just
2 of
saying.
the 3 sharks. So
That's
yeah,
true.
he's pretty badass in this movie, song aside. But the one how did this get made thing, because I'm a real big how did this get made fan. The one thing that I will put in here from them specifically is there's a running joke on the show that they call Stellan Skarsgård's stellar skateboard, and that originated in this episode because they were talking about him, and somebody who was a guest on the show said, you know, if you try to put in your notes on your phone Stellan Skarsgård, it will autocorrect to stellar skateboard.
That's amazing.
Moving forward, even now talking about him, it's an effort to call him Stellan Skarsgård because in my brain for the last 5 to 7 years, he's just been stellar skateboard. That's
that's all I can think about. I'm looking at it. Also, does that man age?
Seriously,
No.
right? I mean, he looks the same now as he did in this freaking movie. It's ridiculous. I guess that bodes well for all of his sons. I mean, they're apparently all gonna
forever acting
good.
dynasty.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they try to age Samuel Jackson up, but he doesn't look that much different either.
No. And that scene with him is just you don't expect a gotcha that good in a movie this bad, right? Like you're like, this movie wouldn't do that, right? They would never do that. They've got Samuel L. Jackson, like he's going to be in the whole freaking thing, and they're setting him up as this guy who survived another disaster, and it's like there's nothing quite like seeing that scene for the first time or watching someone see that scene for the first time.
It's
I
one
think
of
I've
my
seen Samuel
favorite
Jackson die so many
tropes.
times it didn't surprise me because
Yeah.
I've seen him get Jurassic Park, Long Kiss Goodnight. He survived in that one, but
yeah,
he gets it.
It's one of my favorite tropes though, when you have the hero who makes the hero speech and immediately dies afterwards. I think Feast does that too. You know, the guy comes in like, "Come with me if you want to live," and then immediately dies. Like, I love that kind of stuff.
My favorite part of Feast is the next person. It goes the new hero, a life expectancy, hopefully longer than the last one, or something like that.
Yeah.
We haven't talked about LL Cool J's bird yet.
Yes,
That was my favorite part of the movie, except for the fact that it obviously was just not the bird talking. Which I wish they have taught the bird all those phrases. But I was very actually sad when the bird died because I just wanted the bird to survive of all people. Because this is a man versus nature movie, and in those movies, I generally always root for nature because man caused this shit. Like we're blowing a shark up because we did this to the shark, and now we want to kill it. So I was hoping for the parrot. All I wanted was for the parrot to survive, and I was very upset when the parrot did not. Spoilers from a movie that came out 26 years ago. The parrot.
I mean, I've already spoiled the ending at this point. I think we're past that.
Can I read an excerpt from Mr. Cool J?
Absolutely.
All right. Can I get a beat? Anybody? No, I'm just kidding. These waters are waist level. The hallways flooded. Lost your scuba gear. The killer's cold-blooded. His name's LL. You don't really want it. I ate your ancestors. The ocean is haunted. I'm closing in because I'm supposed to win. How the cold steel feel when it froze your chin. Should have stayed on dry land. Stroke while you can.
I saw that one.
Now you under pressure in the land of the damned. Abandoned pirate ships, eels and sod scum, fish that glow in the dark, the Titanic's hub. Underwater storms, your blood is so warm, your life vest is off, and that turns me on. Killer for centuries, the Gotti of the deep. In the next millennium, I'm still gonna creep. Sand under my belly, ocean over my head. Through the light and the shadows, you become the living dead. Like, what the fuck?
And this couldn't be a better segue because you literally just read one of the lyrics that I sent Jason the annotation last night. Because the part abandoned pirate ships, eels and sod scum, fish that glow in the dark, the Titanic's hub. I was reading that, I'm like, what on earth is he trying to say? And like the rest of this kind of makes sense.
Hold on a second.
But like
He's saying he's gonna eat you and then you'll become a zombie? Like, was he watching Lucio Fulci Zombie? Is that how we got the zombie from the deep? Did LL Cool J bite someone, and that's back in the 70s? That's how we got the zombie versus shark?
let me read though the annotation on Lyric Genius for this because I think it made me laugh out loud last night. It says, "This is just a list of things and should not count as rapping."
For the record, I actually love LL Cool J, and I love when he's in movies. He's generally really fun, and he's fun in this movie too.
He's very charismatic.
Yeah, but I'm like, there is no such thing. Has there ever been? Oh, never mind. I was gonna say, has there ever been a good rap song associated with a movie back in the 90s? But I answer my own question. Yes, Judgment Night, Onyx and Biohazard.
I don't know if you consider Men in Black. I mean, it was a hit. I don't know that it was a great song, but like
the movie Judgment Night, with Emilio Estevez, and Biohazard and Onyx did the also I'm gonna see them both in concert, and they don't fucking get on stage together and play that live. I'm gonna be very sad. But the song Judgment Night is that's a banger. It's a banger.
Come on,
song.
Gangsta's Paradise.
Oh yeah. Okay, man. I'm totally wrong. Then I take back my previous statement. There's a bunch of Murder was the case.
Murder
that
was the case.
kind
Yeah,
of a fake movie, but yeah, that was great. That soundtrack is such a great soundtrack.
I always appreciate any movie though that has nothing to do with rap, but has a rap credit sequence.
Yes,
especially if they recap any part of the movie in the credit sequence. Like there's nothing better than hearing someone rap the entire plot to the movie you just watched. It's just glorious.
Throwing it out again. Adam's Family Values and MC Hammer.
That's
right.
So have you guys heard the stories about MC Hammer in Oakland? How like that was like the one guy that rappers wouldn't fucking diss in songs because people were legit apparently afraid of him.
I did hear that.
Everyone who's met him has said he's like the nicest human being you ever meet, but don't fucking cross that guy because he has people that will go after you. And there are rappers that left the fucking state because they pissed off MC Hammer.
Strangle you with those hammer pants.
No, he wouldn't do it.
There's actually hammers in them. That's it. Hammers hidden inside the hammer pants.
Please, Hammer, don't hurt him. I mean,
yeah.
Right.
So I want to read one more annotation from Lyric Genius because I think it's pretty funny, and I think it starts serious, but then it becomes funny. So I was just curious what they would say for the chorus, right? Deepest, bluest, my hat is like a shark's fin, right? So here's what it says. It says, this song is from the film Deep Blue Sea. The lines deepest, bluest are referencing the title of the film. Also, the ocean, which is deep and generally considered by scientists to be blue. There's more. The ocean is also home to sharks, creatures that serve as an inspiration for LL Cool J's hat. The shark's fin is considered by sharkologists to be the hat of the shark.
That's some Peggy Hill shit right there. Where Peggy's like, in my opinion, the sky is blue. So before the verse that I recited, I'm reading off Lyric Genius. It says chorus, then it says take it deeper, take it deeper. Like what the fuck, dude? Like
okay, I'm isolating the audio, by the way.
You can do whatever you want to do, Jason. Never
It's
mind.
Gonna be our new theme song.
If it stimulates you, I expect a gift for my birthday. I'm just saying.
One thing I was looking out for in this movie was to see how often Thomas Jane was barefoot, because I don't know if you guys know this, but he has a thing in like his contracts in movies that he insists on being barefoot as often as possible.
I respect this.
Because he also just is barefoot all the time himself. So if you watch him in movies, you'll notice how many scenes he is barefoot for.
So I'm like picturing the Punisher walking around barefoot. with a trench coat.
from a rating of 1 to 10,
Mhm.
what would Quentin Tarantino rate his feet at?
I mean, I think he's more into lady feet than nude feet,
We don't know
but
this.
this is true. But I don't know it for sure.
I will say the movies I've
know.
seen from Tarantino seem to point that direction pretty strongly.
Yeah. Or imagine the ending of The Mist, with him just crying barefoot in the car.
But
Oh,
yeah.
no. I saw a post on Reddit that someone screenshot, and someone goes, "Would you rather see a Street Fighter movie made by Quentin Tarantino or Mortal Kombat movie made by David Lynch?" And the first comment goes, "Quentin Tarantino, let me see Chun-Li's feet." I fucking laughed so hard at that.
Oh goodness. Oh goodness.
Like the funny part
One
about Quentin
thing that
Tarantino
I
is if
learned.
he wasn't a famous director, he would be Quentin the weird foot guy.
Yeah.
And not there's
At the video
anything wrong.
store.
There's nothing wrong with having a foot fetish. Nothing wrong at all. But
The guy who
there is
owns his
something
own video
weird.
store and has a feet film section.
Yeah, there
right.
is a weird thing though about writing a scene for an actress to put her feet in your mouth without telling her that you're getting your rocks off on it.
Yeah. Yeah,
that is
yeah.
weird.
that's
Not
great.
okay.
That's not amazing. One thing I learned from the How Did This Get Made episode was that the scene with Stellar Skateboard where he gets thrown,
The best thing ever.
it just feels more natural to say that to me.
I wish he just changed his name to that. That's fucking awesome.
Where he gets, the shark takes him down and throws him against the window and the window is cracking. Apparently, much of that was done practically, not with him, but the window cracking and the water coming through. And apparently, the window cracked much sooner than it was supposed to. So the scene that you see of everybody running away from it, that's real. They were scared and running away from it.
That's cool.
It's like 3 tons of water or something that was coming at them
Oh, that's
much
amazing.
earlier than they had been told it would. So
It did seem to catch them off guard. I felt like that scene had happened quick. So yeah, that's fun. I like knowing that.
Am I going to be the only naysayer on this movie?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
probably,
And
yeah.
I
This
thought
was
you were
legit.
setting us up when you said that earlier.
No, this was my first watch of this film, and it's one of those things where I think that if I would have seen it 15 years ago, I would have a whole different tune.
Mhm.
But a lot of things, it kind of encompasses a lot of things I hated about late 90s movies, early 2000s movies, with the constant zoom in, with the over dramatic face shots, and the Michael Bay like gratuity, and some of the CGI was very bad.
Oh, it's very bad.
Very
Yes.
bad. And also this awesome movie might have fell victim to me just having a really like long few weeks where you know how it is some days. And I love chatting with you guys. I love doing this podcast, but some weeks it's like, fuck, I gotta watch this movie and it's already Wednesday and I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
I've had an exhausting week. I think I did fall victim to some of that, but you guys talking about it makes me want to watch it again.
It's
Yeah. You have
it's
to
very
go
fun
in
if you're in the
not-
right headspace for it.
Yeah.
When we say we like this movie, we're not saying it's a good movie. We're saying we
No.
enjoy how bad
Yes.
it is.
And please understand, you know the fucking movies I like, so I can't.
Right.
So I'm very much in that same vein, but I really have a hard time sometimes with that late 90s like MTV music video editing. That is kind of, I don't love that, and it takes me out of movies a lot when I see that. And even I was thinking about movies that I love from that time period, like Jody, you just mentioned how your kids and you watched 13 Ghosts.
Yeah.
And that's very much in the same vein, but I don't think it's as blatantly 90s when it comes to all the close-ups they do in this movie. And Freddy versus Jason is another one. And
I did say very early on when we were watching this, because we watched 13 Ghosts, we've watched House on Haunted Hill, we've watched House of Wax.
Oh, and I love House on Haunted Hill too.
Yeah. All those movies are fun. As soon as this started, though, I'm like, oh, this has the same color like scheme of all of those. It's this orange and black or orange and blue from that.
I just think
it's
it
so
doesn't.
weird.
I think that and the shots they do just don't work as well in this kind of movie.
Sure.
And again, like I'm also that guy that doesn't like, I can't get over Fast and Furious, like how ridiculous it is. As a guy who loves ridiculous over the top horror movies, sometimes when you take that and put it in a movie like this, which is more action, it just doesn't hit for me. And I don't know why. And I wish it would more often. But like I would gladly watch Hot Springs Shark Attack over this, and because I think that's a movie that really leans into the ridiculousness of it, where this was kind of skirting that line, whether it wanted to be ridiculous or if it wanted to somewhat take itself seriously.
Yeah.
You just might have to watch that.
Oh, Hot Springs Shark Attack, we should definitely watch under one condition. I need Jody to get high as fuck before we review it.
No, not the way we did last time.
No, not the way we did last time. No, not shell of ourselves high, but like a fun high, a high we can handle before we talk about that movie.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, that the number of times that you've recorded with me like that already, you don't even know.
No, I do know, dude. Like, you think you can hide it, Jody, but you can.
Or Joseph.
Yeah, Joseph.
Mondo,
your real name.
Mondo, did you know the Samuel Jackson scene? Had that been spoiled for you before this?
No. I thought that was really good. I mean, I kind of knew it was going to happen because, again, many moons of movie watching.
Yeah.
When he started backing up and the way the shot was framed, I'm like, oh, he's about to get fucked up, isn't he?
Yeah.
Just the way, but just with the way he is, and just also how bad that CG is. It looks like a rag doll.
But again, though, I do think if you'd have seen that in the '90s when he was like at his pinnacle, maybe his pinnacle of stardom back then, I think it would have been a way more surprising death than now.
Oh, I never saw it coming the first time I watched it.
Same. Yeah. No. I was still early enough in my movie watching journey that I did not pick up on the cues, and I just thought he's Samuel L. Jackson. Of course, he's going to be in the whole movie. Like,
well, and he gave the inspirational speech. Like it's supposed to then go from there to him leading them. I love that.
What's interesting is you saw that kind of trope. That trope wasn't super predominant back then, but it was over the years. So I think if you would have seen that back then, it definitely would have caught you way more off guard than now when that trope has kind of become a trope in horror films where the hero, the supposed hero does a speech and next thing you know, they don't exist anymore.
Yeah.
So originally Samuel Jackson was asked to play LL Cool J's character. He's supposed to be the chef. But for other reason, his agents didn't want him to play a chef. I don't know what it is about chefs. They have a thing against. But he didn't want to do the chef, or the agent didn't want to do the chef.
Maybe
so
he just
Rennie
can't
Harlan,
cook. He's like, I'm not gonna fucking pretend to be a chef. I can't cook.
He's got method.
Also, you know what's something occurred to me about. Oh, sorry, I'll let you finish.
Let me finish real quick. So Rennie Harlan, the director who just worked with him on The Longest Goodnight, which is an extremely underrated movie. It's a really
I love that movie. Love that movie.
They worked together in the previous movie, and he wanted Samuel Jackson in this movie one way or another. So he's like, you know what? I'm going to write you a great character with one amazing scene that you're going to want to do this movie for. So that character wasn't in the movie originally. They invented it purely to get Samuel Jackson to come be in the movie for a little bit and have this amazing death scene.
That is awesome.
I knew that Rennie Harlan just did a shark movie just recently.
Called Deep Water. It's not out yet, but I'm very curious about.
He's had such a career, so many great movies, and then other ones where you're just kind of like, huh. But I mean, say what you will, his ability to direct action is impeccable.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
the material is terrible. But something it just popped into my head earlier today. I was like, why was the chef there? Like they run a skeleton crew on the weekends. Wouldn't he just make some food that would be ready for them over the weekend and say sayonara with the other crew?
Because he was making the cake for Susan's birthday.
Oh, right. Okay.
Because they make a whole thing of him making like whipped cream and cake. Because I was thinking that too. Like, why is he making this huge cake? And then it's Susan's birthday, which never really has anything to do with anything. But I guess, so we can make a cake. Sure.
But happy birthday. Thanks for dooming us all.
All right, Jody.
Worst birthday ever.
Oh, my thoughts on this?
Your thoughts.
Yeah, it's ridiculous and fun. I compared it last night when I was watching it. It's like the Meg mixed with a Roland Emmerich disaster movie. And those are dumb, like turn off your brain movies. And I love them. I will unapologetically watch any Roland Emmerich movie. I like things exploding and things happening for no good reason. Sharks banging on doors with their noses. Smart sharks, just even the concept of smart sharks, that's stupid, but it's fun. And so, yeah, it's not a quality movie, but I always have fun with this movie. I've had fun with it since it first came out. And every time I've rewatched it, it always makes me laugh. It always makes me, things like Thomas Jane surviving at the end. Stupid. There was no reason for that, but it's fine. It doesn't matter. It just makes me laugh. LL Cool J's entire character, there's no reason for him to be there, but he makes me laugh. And so, like, that's how I justify every part of this movie. Does it make sense? I don't really care. Like, I'm having a good time with it, and yeah, always do. So I was happy to rewatch this one, and to watch with my kids, so they got to experience it for the first time.
Well, what were their thoughts?
Well, so my son, who's not into horror movies, happened to be walking through at one point and saw some of the scenes. He said, "So, are you watching this because it's supposed to be bad, or because you think it's good?" I'm like, well. That's complicated. Yes. But also the scene you just watched was some really bad 1999 CGI. And once he heard it was, 26 years old, he's like, okay, that makes a little bit more sense as to why it looks like it does. But yeah, my daughter, who actually watched the entire movie, she had fun with it because it's ridiculous. Sharks blow up.
Say, to be fair though, I mean, is how at least then, like, that CGI was CGI they spent time on, which nowadays you have CGI that looks just as bad. And the technology is so much more advanced because they don't want to spend time and money on it. So the CGI didn't really bother me that much because of the time frame it came out with.
No.
And they still had some cool practical stuff too.
Okay.
Great
let me get into that.
Yeah.
I think the animatronics in this are the best that I've ever seen in the shark movie.
Yeah, I wish I had more of that because the animatronics that's like what got me excited when I was watching this.
Like there's the whole scene where they're
in his shark song. He got excited, and me too.
Well, there's the whole scene where they're bringing up the shark and they do an experimentation, and it's just this really, like, it looks real, and like the people on the set were like, it was like eerie just having this shark just sitting there, and then they have like just making it slightly breathe and stuff. And there's another scene with like lowering a shark into one of the lagoons or whatever, and it's like a real thing. So I think even the CG, while it doesn't look great, it still moves well. It moves like how you would expect a shark to move.
Yeah, unless you're talking about going backwards, because sharks can't do that.
Yeah,
but dogs can look up.
I guess so. I'll admit it finally.
Wait, what? Right. Do you really think dogs can't look up, Jason?
I said that as a joke.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, many episodes ago. Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm with Jody and Natalie on this. This is just a big, dumb, fun movie. It makes it, to me, it's the Michael Bay of shark movies.
Yes.
Like kind of like what Mondo said, where it's just like big, dumb explosions. Who cares? We're having fun. Like, this is like a comfort movie for me. I'll just put this on just to be entertained by something big, dumb, and stupid. 3 words all mean the same thing. But it just goes so big, and it like knows it's big and dumb, and it's just going for it. And again, it's never boring, which, nothing's worse to me than a dumb, boring movie. I'll take a smart, boring movie. I'll take a dumb, fun movie. I don't want a dumb, slow movie. Dumb, boring movie.
I'll give it that, man. Like, for sure. Like, it was definitely never boring.
Yeah.
Again, I love the animatronics. And the set just looked kind of fun. Like, I just want to like run through the set and just like slide down those hallways. Like, I'm sure for actors it's miserable because you have to do it over and over and over again. But I'm like, that looks kind of like like a big water amusement park.
Yeah.
And we didn't talk about how Janice from The Sopranos is in there for like a brief minute and gets killed. Like, you see her body like flying back in the explosion. It's just so great. But I remember, I think I saw in the trailer the scene where Skarsgård gets, taken in the gurney, and I was in the theater, it was dark and everything. That, like, it was in the trailer. That part freaked me out because there's something about the claustrophobia of like drowning, just thinking of the body just sitting at the bottom of the ocean, just like waiting to drown. That like is an existential fear of mine. And again, it is pretty brutal with its kills. It doesn't hold back. The one doctor, Janik, when she gets bitten, she's like from the bottom up.
Yeah,
that's brutal.
I mean, almost every time the shark gets somebody, it's not great CGI, but you see them literally like ripped in half, like both parts floating away.
Yeah.
Yeah, it never cheaps out on the kills, which I really like. It's not like, oh, the shark bites someone, they disappear, and then you see blood popping up. No, you see the shit. At one point in the script, she was supposed to be pregnant, but they thought that would just make it even worse.
Oh, really? Wow.
They thought that went a bit far. And then we haven't talked about this, but originally, Dr. Susan Allister, she was supposed to survive. They actually filmed it that way, and they screened it, and the audience was mad that she got to live.
Really?
Get it?
Well,
So they went
again,
back.
to Natalie's point, I also agree that she was kind of the villain in the whole thing. So,
Well, they had
I
a
kind of
couple more.
understand
I think they had a couple more scenes that softened her out a little bit.
Yeah.
Where she showed more remorse. But once the audience, but that didn't convince the audience in the test screening.
You can
So
show
they
remorse,
decided
but you
to-
already done fucked up, you know.
Well, I'm saying, but they cut out those scenes and then
Okay, I
just
gotcha.
and then like they digitally took her out of some of the long shots to make it so she's already gone, and then reshot her jumping in and all that.
Yeah, I have a complicated relationship with her character
Mhm.
because Alzheimer's runs in my family. And
Yeah.
so the idea of somebody who just really wants to prevent that, and because she had it in her own family, she watched her father slip away. I get it. Like, I get the
Mhm.
good intentions behind what she's trying to do. It's just, it's mad scientist stuff, because once you add a mad scientist in there, things go crazy, no matter what the intention was. So I do agree. She is fully to blame for everything that happens, but also I kind of get it. So,
Right.
yeah.
But it's
I
also
feel-
like, is this some sort of like? I just wonder if there's a bit of misogyny in the audience wanting to watch her die that hard.
That could be based on when it came out. Yeah, even now, goddamn. But
Yeah,
True.
it's just
I will steal one joke from How Did This Get Made, which was, I forget who said it, but they were talking about the scene in the beginning where they're at the office and she's sharing the information about the research with Samuel Jackson, whoever that other guy was. And she was saying how, every time my father, didn't know where my mother was, I had to tell him that she was dead, and I saw him have to live that over and over again. Stop telling him.
like, oh,
Just
she's
tell
out getting groceries.
She's running she's running errands.
that's a therapist talking. I love it.
Just he doesn't need to know every time. Just tell him something else, please.
Yeah. Well, and as someone who has had multiple members of my family with Alzheimer's, yeah, just tell them whatever makes them happy. Like, it doesn't really, it's fine. You don't have to catch them back up every time. It's fine.
But yeah, this movie is just so much fun. I just
Mhm.
very rewatchable. Mondo, take a gummy, watch it again in 6 months. I think you'll appreciate it.
No, I think I will definitely. Like, again, I can recognize when I even told Kel, I was like, I'd probably enjoy this way more if I was in a better state of mind.
Sure.
And it happens, right? Like, I'm sure you love Bloodsucking Freaks more if you weren't all like uptight and stuck up when you watched it. So is what it is. But again, it's not a good movie, but it's definitely a popcorn film. And again, 3 out of 4 of us are gonna give this a rave review. So don't let my sourpuss attitude here dissuade anyone from wanting to watch this.
Well, for me, I will say that like this is not my favorite like late 90s, early 2000s horror movie. Like I'm just not like I'm not a shark movie person. I'm so sorry, Hot Jaws Summer. They are not my like go-to genre. I would prefer 13 Ghosts or House on Haunted Hill. But, like for what this is, it's very fun.
Yeah. But I would still say that this is probably my second favorite shark movie, like just behind Jaws. Like if I was going to pick a shark movie that's not Jaws, the original, to watch, this is the one I'm putting on.
Now I have questions, but it's okay.
I can't fully get on board with that because I like other shark movies more. But as far as a fun shark movie, this is probably my favorite fun shark movie.
Hold on a second. Above Hot Spring Shark Attack.
I need to rewatch Hot Spring Shark Attack in a more coherent state of mind so I can fully absorb it this time.
I still have no idea how I started out higher than you were and somehow ended up being in better shape afterwards. I still have no idea.
I got.
All right, real quick, I do want
It
to
was a
talk about
day.
Rennie Harlan's.
Yes.
The director Rennie Harlan. His filmography is just mind-boggling because
It
he
is.
did
Did
some small-
Nightmare 4.
Okay, so yeah, he did some small movie called Prison in Finland. Then he like went to Hollywood and drove and just went to people's offices with his reels and just like showed up until they gave him a Nightmare movie for whatever reason. So he did Nightmare 4. Then he did Die Hard 2, Cliffhanger, Cutthroat Island, which was a huge bomb, lost a ton of money. Somehow
Oh.
they're but
Not
somehow
a
they
terrible
give him
movie,
more
though.
movies.
Not a terrible
I've never
movie.
seen that one. Then he did Long Kiss Goodnight, which I guess was his cheap movie to get back in people's good graces.
Which is
He
awesome.
did this. He did The Exorcist: The Beginning.
Oh no.
Then he did. And then he did The Strangers. Now he's doing the Strangers trilogy, and there's another shark movie coming out called Deep Water with Aaron Eckhart, about a plane that crashes in shark-infested water.
Oh goodness.
So, hey, people
Quite
keep hiring him, and he's an interesting director. I'll give him that much.
I feel like every one of those things you just described could be a fun time or a complete disaster. Like it could go either way on all of them.
Yeah.
I haven't watched the new Strangers trilogy, and I haven't heard anything that's made me want to.
When it got critically panned by people I very much respect, I was like, yeah, absolutely not. I'm not going to waste my time on that.
Nope.
All right. Let's do our episode rating. We do 0 to 5, 5 being the best, 0 being the worst. You can do half points. Natalie, what do you give this movie?
Oh goodness. I mean, if we're talking about a good, bad movie, I'll put this at a 4. Like it's the sharkiness of it holds me back because again, it's just not my genre. But like other than that, great.
Jody.
Yeah, this is probably a good solid 4 for me too. Like it's a good time, and it always has been for me for 26 years. It's still fun.
Mondo.
It's a rare time where I think I'm going to be the lowest on the episode. I'm going to give it a 2. And I don't mean that. I'm going to go 2.5 because the more we talk about it, the more I realize that I missed out on some of the fun in this. And it's not a bad score. It's just, in my opinion, was kind of run of the mill, something that I will give it another shot because of your guys' fanaticism about it and how much you guys are talking about it. So, you give it a shot, guys.
All right. I can't give it a 5. I'm going 4.5. It's just I just love this movie. It's just so much fun, and I can just put on anytime and just have a good time with it. I can't good conscious give it a 5, but I'll take it.
I just feel like hearing all of us talk about it. Me and Jason and Natalie, we rated our experience with this movie over the years. And Mondo rated the quality of the movie.
No, I kind of rated my experience too, but my experience I think was different than yours based on, again, seeing a movie at 42 is different than seeing it at 22. Yeah. And also just like I said, might not have been the right state of mind for this kind of movie.
Yeah. I will say though, if we had to actually rate the quality of the movie making, I'd have probably a different score, but that's beside the point.
I mean, it's still a well-made movie. I think.
I mean, it's
on like what it's trying to do.
Yes. Yeah. There's a lot of things that don't make a lot of sense, but that's
no. I think that's intentional. It knows it knows that.
The moon is hollow, sometimes I don't care. Like, whatever.
I've mentioned it before, but speaking of Nightmare on Elm Street, I'm working my way through all the Nightmare on Elm Street books that you can find on the Internet Archive. And they are very hit or miss as far as quality goes. Some, like the characters I loved, and then I don't want to get into it because everyone wants to read them, but they have some really cool concepts for Freddy. And then they kind of ruin it with some of the stories. But there is one story where Freddy is in virtual reality, and that was my favorite because he was crafting these like Vlad the Impaler worlds for himself.
Cool.
But the newest one I'm reading is called Nightmare on Elm Street: Freddy Krueger's 7 Sweetest Dreams. It's a kind of like it's like 7 vignettes of his exploits. And it's probably the strongest yet, with some of the strongest authors yet writing these. Like Bentley Little writes a segment for this, and I would highly recommend this one. Just saying, but just talking about Nightmare on Elm Street 4 reminded me of this and how there's like such an untapped potential of all worlds to recreate. It's Nightmare on Elm Street if they get the right people behind it. So check out the Internet Archive if anybody's interested in reading any of this fun stuff. Because if not, if you want to buy the paperback, they're like hundreds of dollars.
Oh.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Fucking
All right.
capitalists.
All right, let's take a quick break for a shout out.
Hi, I'm Hunter Gornson, publisher and president of Oni Press, and you are listening to Dads from the Crypt.
Yay.
Yay. So that was actually the first interview I did with him over a year ago. And then we just put out today a new interview with Mr. Goranson that is now on our YouTube and our podcast, talking about kind of recapping his journey through the first year of EC Comics and where it's going to go into the future. So I highly recommend everyone to check that out.
I haven't listened yet. Cruel Universe just came out, and so did Blood Type just came out with a new issue this week.
Yeah.
And
I've been liking all the new series so far.
Cruel Kingdom of all things might be my favorite because I really love that medieval. There's also a medieval Spawn right now is going on,
Really?
which is really good. Yes, they'll put Spawn in anything.
Speaking of like high school, like
90s,
yeah, I could dig that absolutely.
Well, Spawn the movie was not my cup of tea because they changed it so much from the comic book, and I've mentioned this before. It was one of the only times I was like, "Why is Spawn black?" And only because the devil makes him white to fuck with him.
Yeah,
It's a plot point in the story, and I thought it'd been really cool. They'd have had him like go back and forth between when he was Al Simmons versus Spawn. But anyhow, the Deadly Gunslinger also has been a series going on forever. That's Spawn in Western times, and the medieval Spawn though was pretty fucking rad. I've been enjoying that series a lot. But yeah, Cruel Kingdom's great, and Blood Type has been really fun. I haven't read the new one yet, but I bought it, and yeah, like fucking like people. So I talk this about you guys. People were bitching about some of the artwork in the groups, and I'm like, it's supposed to be like the goal is to be kind of like throwback artwork. It's not meant to be modern artwork, and I think for people that are new to comics, it's going to be a little bit jarring because modern artwork is much different in the grand scheme of things than some of the older artwork is. But I've had zero problems with the artwork.
Oh yeah, I love the art in all the new EC comics. I think it's really cool what they've done with it,
and
they brought back the spirit.
Yeah,
Mondo, give us your song of the day.
All right, I can't pronounce the album name because it's in German. It's a German band. I did my research just to make sure this band wasn't shady. And I hate to say never band has a German name. It's much like having a fucking American flag in front of your house right now where you just don't know, which sucks. Like, I'm saying that both things suck because you shouldn't have to worry a band having a German name can be something bad. You shouldn't have to worry about your neighbor having an American flag outside their house. But here we are in 2025. It's almost like it's 1942 again. But anyhow, this is a band from Bavaria. They're called Streams of Blood. And I was thinking as the episode started, I had a different song in mind, and this popped into my head. And it's a black metal band they've been around since the mid-aughts, like around 2007, 2008, I think they started. But they released a record back in 2017, and I'm going to butcher the German name. So please bear with me. But it's Allgenwartig. ALLGEGENWARTIG. It means omniscient.
Okay.
And the song I picked is called Man Owes Nature Only Death.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day,
Yeah.
hey man, we're all going to be worm food someday, and that's okay. Or on someone's mantle, just hanging out and chilling next to the urns of our pups, which is okay too. But I mean, it's poignant, right? As much damage we've done to the environment, and everyone is worried about we're going to destroy the environment. Well, like, no, we're not going to destroy it. We're just going to make it uninhabitable for us, and Mother Nature will still move on. Yeah. So all we owe to nature is to become fertilizer at some point. And I think it fits really well with the man versus nature motif. So, or MO, whatever. I don't know. It's been a long fucking week.
I dig it.
My brain does not work right now. It doesn't work most weeks. It works even less today.
All right. Thank you, Mondo. Jody,
You're welcome,
give us some
Jason.
horror news.
All right. So let's start with releases here. In theaters right now, you can go see Weapons, the new movie from the guy who made Barbarian.
Please go see it. Yet. Everyone go see it. Fucking go see it.
I've heard nothing but good things about it. I just haven't seen it.
I need to see it.
Another one that came out the same day as Weapons is Strange Harvest, which is like a fake true crime documentary. I've actually seen this one in a screener a while back. It's like a true crime documentary about a fake crime, but it's very gory. It's like if there was a true crime documentary where they had access to all the files and zero like morals, and so they could just show you whatever. Like that's what this is. It's pretty good. I enjoyed it.
Should I ask you about this screener later?
Yeah. We can talk.
Okay, cool.
Also on Hulu now, you can watch the first 2 episodes of Alien Earth. And from here on out, it's going to be released weekly, 1 episode at a time. But everything I've heard about it so far is good. I haven't had a chance to catch it yet, but I definitely want to.
I think Jason has, and he may have something special for our patrons about that
Possibly.
eventually.
Yes, quite possibly.
Okay. Teasers. And one that I have seen that you can watch right now, go to YouTube and type in Sweet Revenge, because you will get to see the first official Jason Voorhees movie type thing that has existed since the reboot 16 years ago. This is the first time we've had anything official from, the Jason universe or whatever you call it. I think it's a pretty fun short. It's like 15 minutes, pretty gory, got some good effects. Like, yeah. I'm into it. I'm just happy to see Jason again.
Oh, I'm happy to see you too.
You get to see him every week, brother.
Not this Jason, the other Jason, the other Jason that has had my heart since I was 17.
Jason's only had your heart for the past 6 years.
I didn't know you until later. But yeah, so I'm into seeing what they do with this whole Jason universe thing. I'm just glad they're making more stuff. I missed it.
Yeah.
All the other properties keep getting new movies, except for Nightmare. But it's been a long time since I've seen Jason on my screen, so I was happy. As far as trailers, I've only got one that I want to mention this week. It is for a new show hosted by Greg Nicotero that he describes it as kind of if Survivor and the Blair Witch Project had a baby. It looks like a survival type reality show, but with Greg Nicotero doing all kinds of horror stuff in it. So they're like living through a horror movie. It's called Guts and Glory. September 9th, the first episode drops on Shudder. So definitely looks pretty cool. I'm into it.
Yeah, I'm willing to give it a try. And I really don't watch reality TV.
I'm not either. Yeah.
I saw the trailer and I was like, you know what? Actually,
it does look fun. I mean, what was that show that I think it was on MTV back?
Not Fear Factor. Was it Fear Factor?
No, it was on Sci-Fi too. I know what you're talking about though.
Where they would put horror movie scenarios like alien invasions and stuff like that.
Or like a graveyard what was that? But they had that one
Scare Tactics.
Scare Tactics. Yeah.
Who did that song?
Like that, but with Greg Nicotero's talent involved in it. So yeah, I'm definitely going to check that out. We also have been getting fake trailers for movies that don't exist.
I want to talk about that.
Yeah, because Eli Roth, back in the when Grindhouse was released, Thanksgiving was nothing but a fake trailer in between the 2 movies, and so now Eli Roth, I guess, is now that he's got his own production company, he's making more fake trailers again, and they're really fun. I like them a lot. The first one's called The Piano Killer.
Oh, that looks so cool.
It's so great.
I loved it.
It's dropping piano. Yeah. It's done like a real 70s gritty, the evil lurks in the heart of mankind kind of stuff. And then pianos are dropping on people. There's even a mini piano that knocks your head off.
I hope they don't get too much treble.
Yeah. But real dumb, real silly.
Which is funny because what's that? It's funny because my wife was a music major. She's very into music theory and stuff, and it's the first time I'm able to show her something of that nature. I knew she'd appreciate The
Nice.
gore, I should watch it on the phone, so the gore wasn't like too over the top.
Sure.
That smaller thing, but it's like, yes, I can finally something she might appreciate.
I want The Piano Killer to be a real movie because it would be really stupid, and I'm into it. There's also a new one that just came out called "Don't Go in That House, Bitch."
God!
Oh, really?
Yeah, I posted. If you go to the trailers channel in our Slack group, you need to check it out. Snoop Dogg is involved with it, and it's kind of a take on another one of the trailers from Grindhouse. I think that one was called "Don't," and it's just don't. This one is a obviously haunted place. It's very scary. Someone will walk up to the front door and get attacked by something, and then you'll hear Snoop Dogg go, "Don't go in that house, bitch." And it does that like 5 times. That's all it is. It's great.
I just wish he wasn't a big fan of fucking old orange white men, but you know.
Sure. But yeah, it's fun stuff. Fake trailers. If you want to see those in the theater, they're going to play along with Jimmy and Stiggs when that comes out, which I think is like this weekend, right?
This weekend. So if you're listening to this now, you've already missed it.
Natalie, is it showing in LA? I was trying to find it.
Is it showing in LA? I haven't looked yet. So I'm not sure.
It's showing all weekend here, but I'm so busy, I'm not gonna have a chance to catch it. I'm kind of bummed.
Yeah. If you don't know what Jimmy and Stiggs is, it's the new Joe Bagos movie. It's being produced by Eli Roth's new production company, and we have some connection to the CEO of that. He's been on the Bloody Good Horror podcast for, gosh, however long they've been going. 15 years now. It's a long
More
time.
than that, since
8,000 episodes.
2006, I think.
Yeah,
almost 20 years.
Yeah. All right, a couple other quick things. On physical media, we're getting our first Joe Bob specials released on Blu-ray. The Suitable Flesh and Mayhem episode is going to be available on Blu-ray on October 14th. This is really cool. It's worth looking up. So the Crystal Lake TV series that's coming out, the prequel to Friday the 13th, they went back to the original filming locations of Blairstown, New Jersey, and the original camp, Crystal Lake, which is a Boy Scout camp called Nobi Bosco. And they have transformed them back into Camp Crystal Lake and to the town of Crystal Lake again for this new series. So they went back to the original location.
Okay.
They're showing some like on location shots of like them putting up signs that say Crystal Lake. It warms my heart. Just more Jason in my life. I know I keep saying that. It makes it complicated in this situation, but you know what I mean.
He knows what you mean. He knows you don't mean him. It's fine.
Yeah. I know your heart belongs to another Jason.
It's fine. It's fine. It's a long-term thing. I can't quit that, Jason.
He's my Jody.
All right. We also have word that we are officially getting a 7th Final Destination movie, which is not a surprise because this most recent one made a ton of money.
So much. Wow.
But I thought the most recent one was great, so I'm down for more.
Me
too.
Never sad for more Final Destination. And finally, I think we've mentioned before that there is a new 4K set of the Nightmare on Elm Street movies coming out.
Mm-hmm.
All of them. I think I mentioned that. But also, if you have an Alamo Drafthouse anywhere near you, they're going to premiere all 7 of these 4K releases at the Alamo Drafthouse in theaters. I have dates for you here. On August 29th, you can watch the original. Part 2 on September 5th, Part 3 on September 6th, 4 September 12th, 5 September 13th, Freddy's Dead on September 19th, and Wes Craven's New Nightmare on September 20th. So you can go rewatch all of them for the first time on big screen in 4K. Amazing. I wish I had Alamo Drafthouse anywhere near me.
I saw the first one in 4K because they showed it at AMC theaters or maybe the Cinemark theaters, and it looked fucking incredible. So I'm very excited. Plus, Jack Shoulder was posting when they were doing the basically the transfer from the negatives, and he oversaw the whole thing. So I'm very excited for this box set. And the you can't really find the steelbook anymore. It's sold out right away, but it was like $300.
Yeah.
But you can buy the regular version from Amazon for like $110 or so. So it's It's an investment. It's an investment on your future. Do it.
When they announced the Alamo thing, I was kind of hoping they were going to do a marathon.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yeah.
they did that at the New Beverly a while ago. Before I really, I think before I moved here, before I was aware of it, and I kind of like, could I do that? Could I do that
Yeah.
for a marathon? Could I make it?
I wish movie theaters would do marathons more often instead of doing like this like release, every week or whatever.
Mhm.
'Cause I remember they did a thing with Lord of the Rings, the extended editions,
Right.
and it was like on 3 separate nights. I'm like, if you had told me I could sit there all day and watch Lord of the Rings, I would be there in a heartbeat. But I can't make it 3 times in a week. Like that's too much movie theater.
I love those movies, but my ass would be asleep after the first one. So
Man,
it's tough to sit
I could
through.
do it. I love
How
it.
weird would it be? How weird would it be to fall asleep during like a Nightmare on Elm Street marathon and like lucid dream during the movies?
A little bit. It'd be a little bit weird.
I've seen part 3 on the big screen, which is probably no surprise to people who know me. But Jason, we got to try to hit one of those.
Yeah,
when
we
it
do.
comes
I've
out.
seen
Yeah.
one on the big screen. That was really fun. But yeah, we got to figure out when to go to see
And
one.
I just wanted to have a little addendum to Jody's announcements that I'm with Mondo. Everybody should see Weapons. It's a hell of a movie. And if you guys cover it, please consider me because I have so many thoughts and things I love about it. So,
All right, Jason and Jody, you guys haven't seen it yet, have you?
No.
I have to make it to the theater. I just haven't made it.
Now let's talk. Maybe if you're available in the next few days, maybe you and I can do a quick Patreon episode for
yeah,
for
absolutely.
our pain fans.
Very nice.
We can do that. Thank you.
Dig it. All right. Thank you, Jody, as always. Before we wrap up, we have our friend Natalie on, who's also a doctorate in horror. She's also a therapist by trade. You definitely helped me through some things. So I wanted to ask you, this is back to school time of year. There's a lot of anxiety, especially if your kid is going to a new school or like mine are, where they're going to, at least Ellie is going to middle school, especially for a kid with some special needs. A lot of anxiety about that. So what advice would you give parents to help themselves and help their kids, through that stressful situation?
Sure. So I will I will say that I only work with adults at this point in my career. I have worked with kids in the past. But I would say a couple of things. I would say, first of all, and this probably seems basic, but unfortunately for a lot of people, it's not. Just try to validate your kids' feelings about things, right? Like if they come to you and they're like, oh, I'm worried about this one mean kid in my class. They're like saying mean things to me. Don't say like, oh, I'm sure it's nothing, or, what did you do? Or, any of those things. Just be like, oh, that sounds tough. I'm sorry to hear that. Like, what makes you say that? Right. Like, I know this seems basic, but for some people, they do need to hear that, like, just be curious about what your kid's feeling. Don't try to, question it or make them feel better or worse. Just listen, and then the other thing that I would say is, generally speaking, kids do better with like structure and routine. And obviously it's a balance, right? You don't want everything to be like regimented to the hilt, same way you don't want things to be just like there's no structure whatsoever. But in terms of structure, like, helping them if they've got big feelings about school starting for whatever reasons, or anxiety or whatever, just try to come up with some rituals that you can do together, like, hey, when we come home from school, we eat a snack, and then we start the homework, and you let me know when you want me to look at it, like, and maybe even try to co-create some of that structure with your kids if they're old enough, right? But just creating little rituals or structure can go a long way with helping kids cope with big feelings.
Love it. Thank you so much. Natalie, always appreciate having you on. If people want to follow you for any more advice that you might be giving on, do you still give out stuff on like your Instagram or?
Yes, no, I still my Instagram and my TikTok, and my TikTok is just reposts of my Instagram. It's just at Healing with Dr. Natalie. People can go check that out.
Awesome. Oh, and we lost Jody.
I'm still here. My camera just did something weird.
I'm still here.
The shark got him.
He's a plus sign now
There we go.
because he's never negative.
Aw. All right.
Halloween ends.
Yeah, but
Okay, never negative.
I think you're justified.
I have my limits.
All right. Well, that wraps up another episode. We appreciate everyone for listening. Would really appreciate it if you would give us a rating on iTunes, a rating on Spotify, like and subscribe on YouTube, and follow us at Dads from the Crypt Talk on TikTok. With that, I thank you for listening to Dads from the Crypt.
Follow Dads from the Crypt on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, or I will follow you to the grave. No, seriously, you really should watch. But be careful what you ask for. You may get it.